Today we driving for dollars. I'm in the market for my next crib, and the area that I'm at it's a lot of good locations. Don't get me wrong, but where I wanted to be is in a specific location. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be close to the military base, as well as it's a college out here that I wanted to be. That way that I have a bigger pool for when it comes to roommates, because I'm still doing, I'm still rinsing and repeating the roommate strategy. So right now we finna drive for some dollars, right? So when I'm in the neighborhoods, what I'm looking for is obviously what's the walking rate, right? How close are things? Because with real estate, the timeless philosophy of location is still true to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for what's in the area. Is it a Starbucks in the area? Because granted, or mind you, certain stores bring a certain demographic of people, which I'm not trying to be prejudiced or biased to a certain demographic, but with a certain demographic of people also comes a certain type of income and certain employment opportunities. So, for example, a store located to or a property located to a Whole Foods store versus a Walmart or Dollar General, those two different type of demographics. So I'm looking for in the area, like, okay, what type of stores is in the area? When I'm driving in the neighborhood, do they have metal fences or do they have wood fences? When I'm driving in the neighborhood, do they have young white girls walking their puppies, or is there nobody walking? What's the grade of the nearby elementary school, nearby high schools? What else am I looking for? I'm observing. Of course, during the daytime it's a little bit different from the nighttime, but I'm looking like, okay, would I walk in this neighborhood at night by myself? As a young black man, who can hold their own, will I feel some type of way walking through this neighborhood by myself? I'm looking for if there's any cranes, if there's any building going on in that neighborhood. So yeah, I haven't even hit up my realtor yet, but the cool thing is he has me on his email list. So like, that's where I'm pulling these properties from. These not straight off the MLS, but close enough from the MLS, not necessarily in comparison to like the Zillow or realtor, right? Because some of those properties that be on there, it ain't always up to date versus you tapped in with your realtor, right? So yeah, man, hopefully I get lucky. Hopefully I like what I see. I got a decent list, and these are multifamily, which is another piece to the puzzle when it comes to like, looking at properties. A lot of these multifamily, at least in my experience, are in certain neighborhoods where it ain't really necessarily the most sought after. You know what I mean? Like not my last crib, but the one before my last crib it's a triplex, but where it's located at it's kind of in the hectic neighborhood, But don't get me wrong, you can still make money in the hood. It's still money going in and out of the hood. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit more headache because of the type of tenants that you got to deal with, Section 8 or I mean, this is a whole nother story for a different day, but I was dealing with a prostitute that was living in my house. So like I said, it's certain neighborhoods bring a certain demographic, and certain demographics bring a certain type of income, and with certain type of income and demographic brings another type of headache, or not, But with any property, it's not gonna be a cookie cutter success story. You're gonna have your ups and downs. But I'm trying to I will want to minimize that as much as possible. So hopefully we get lucky today. We're gonna see.